Right, guys. So I've got two books here. I've got a book on Paul Kimmage, an Irish writer in the 1980s. He quit professional cycling at the age of 27 in 1989. 27 is a bit young to be quitting, I think. Running Full Circle, a book by a guy called Frank Greeley, an Irish runner, broke the Irish 10K record in the 70s, went on scholarship to America, burnt out, gave up after 3 years. So these guys were like failures. Frank Rudy, he never competed at that high a level. He did run for his country. Never got to like Europeans or World Championships. This guy, he did become a professional. He was good. He cycled the Olympics. He cycled the World Championship, Amateur Championships. Rode at the Tour de France. He was like a mid-pack rider. But I always felt like he could have done better. Do you know what I mean? Why is it that these guys could have done better? And there's a big difference between guys like these, the guys who didn't reach their potential, the guys who were so-called failures, and some of these guys. So guys like, Lance Armstrong, Usain Bolt. The difference between the guys who were successful and the guys who were failures is simply mentality. I think now Paul Kimmage, I don't know if he had the ability to be like a world-class rider, but he certainly could have done better. From what I read in the book, there's a lot of negativity. A lot of times he'd be coming out for racing like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, fuck this. I want to become a journalist instead. That's what he ended up doing after he quit, and stuff like that. And his very mindset wasn't there. And he should have been more positive, more grateful, thinking, I'm happy. I'm lucky here to be a professional rider. I can ride for hours every day and then have the rest of the day to myself to do what I want. I don't have to work a job. I don't have to struggle to find time to get the training in. And Frank Greeley, he was unfortunate, or he did, he was part of a training program in the United States. He did burn out and get injured, and he did give up eventually. But I still feel like the mental side wasn't there. He suffered from depression. Of course, he could have stopped, like when even in his last year there, after they told him that they wouldn't allow him to finish his degree because he wasn't running well enough for the squad. He still could have got back training. He still could have maybe taken a break, got back training, training with a club, training with decent runners, gone back to what it was like before he went over there. But he didn't. I feel like he could have. So yeah, I feel like those guys, they could have done better. And to do well in sport, you got to have your mindset in the right place. And what is my advice? Make sure you don't expect too much out of it. Just be grateful that you're able to go out there and train. Be great. A lot of people can't. A lot of people are stuck in bed all day. A lot of people, have broken legs, broken hips. I used to be like this myself. I was very negative. I think it was, when I was suffering from burnout, I was like, damn, I'm not doing well enough. I'm never going to win nationals. I'm never going to get sponsored and stuff like that. And I went to quit, and I did decide to quit. I stopped running for a while. Then I realized after a couple of weeks that I was just tired. I was burnt out. I needed a break, and now I'm back training. I've become a lot more positive. I try to be grateful. Like I can go out, I can race, I can compete. Do you know what I mean? It's just great. And just be happy that you can do that. Happy that you can take part in a sport. And winning should come second. That's very few winners out there if you think about it. Like how many people make a living out of sport? Hardly any. So why take it so seriously? Of course, do your best and see how far you can get. But I wouldn't be what's the word? We need to lower expectations and just go out and do things for the enjoyment, if you know what I mean.